You guys are from Great Britain, I assume.
Yeah, man.
First of all, guys, great job. You sound awesome.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Just three guys, kind of like that Rush thing. Amazing sound for three guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, and this is your first interview on TV, I hear.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Well, it'll get better. But so now you're from what part of England? You're from?
Well, we're from a place called Macclesfield, which is like near Manchester.
Okay. Yeah, Manchester is how far from London's that?
About 2.5 hour train journey.
It's a good town. It's a good town. You get started in clubs in London, kind of like the Beatles thing. Is that where you started playing?
Yeah, well, we kind of started out just around Manchester, really, and then it's kind of grown a bit further and gone to London and Glasgow and Belfast.
It's what a great music history London has. I mean, forget about of course the obvious stuff like the British invasion here with the Stones and the Who and the Beatles and everything, but Zeppelin. But then even getting into the '70s with the punk rock stuff. I'm a big fan of the Sex Pistols and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You guys seem a little more harder than like the Beatles and Stones. Were you guys more influenced by those punk rock guys?
We're all kind of like massive fans of the Beatles.
Sure.
But, bands like you're mentioning, like the Sex Pistols and the Clash. And,
the Clash are great.
Yeah, just proper kind of like dirty and honest.
Yeah,
rock and roll, really.
The Johnny Rotten is still like the ultimate rock and roll guy. They wanted him to go to the ceremony when they inducted the Sex Pistols into the Hall of Fame, into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he thought it was hypocritical because it's like a huge expensive thing.
Yeah.
And, everybody claims to be so charitable and everything. And Johnny Rotten didn't show up. None of the Sex Pistols showed up. And he just wrote a letter that he had Clive Davis read. And Clive Davis, to his credit, read the letter. It just said, "Take your $2,800 plate dinner and F off." I mean, that's rock and roll, man. That's punk rock.
Yeah, man.
And if you had written me a letter tonight saying that, I'd have been fine with it. Now, there's a guy on our show who he's a very talented American actor, and he does probably the best English accent I've ever heard an American actor do. And, Mike, give the guys from the Virginmarys a little bit of it.
I just want to hear him how I sound first as an American. I sound like I'm from Brooklyn, but okay.
Yeah, he's trying to impress you by that's his real voice, which is going to make what he's about to do even blow your minds even more. Go ahead.
Hello, chaps. How are you guys? Because it's the best. I want to take you out some bangers and mash, and we'll get in a good fight with some ruffians and get some whores and some hollets and have a good time. And because I love the Brits, you guys rock and roll, and it's fun. I love Stewie from Family Guy.
Guys, have you ever heard an American actor do a better English accent?
I think that sounded a bit Irish to me. It's more Irish.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I hate those blokes. They're pigs and stuff, and I don't want to get in trouble in the air, but, we'll keep it nice.
Well, you just called an entire race of people pigs. Thanks, man. You're going to get me sued. Well, you're in character, though.
Yeah, so I said in character. I would never say this, Mike, because Mike is a nice guy. By the way, my name is Pernard.
Now, his English character has a name, Pernard.
Bernard?
Pernard, yeah. What does that mean, Mike? What's the origin of that?
I spell it P-E-N-I-A, Pernard or Pernard.
I think P-E-N-I-S is a better spelling.
Yeah, well, I love the Irish. They're good. They're nice. I'm going to buy some
Don't backpedal.
Don't backpedal. I'm telling the truth because, that's a peace in the world and they begin.
You see, now, once you get started, you won't shut up. Now, so what's next for you guys? Are you going to tour the stage? Is this part of a tour, or what are you doing? You're promoting the album, obviously, King of Conflict.
Yeah, man, we start on Monday. We go out, I think Columbus is the first gig.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
I've done it before, good town.
And then it's pretty much like, I think 2.5 months just all around the country. So.
That is the Midwest. Have you done the States before?
No, man, no.
Okay, so when you get to Ohio, Indiana, you're seeing America there, man. Get ready.
Yeah, we can't wait, man. I know we.
Well, don't speak too fast, but no, it'll be fun, man. Yeah, it'll be fun.
We're playing the Webster Hall on the 4th. Yeah, 4th of April back here. So.
Here in Manhattan.
Yeah,
that's a great gig.
This is like a top city for we love it.
Yeah, have you ever played New York before at a place?
We came over in October last year to do CMJ Festival, and that was the first time.
Oh, cool.
And we played an amazing gig in Brooklyn. That was like. One of the best gigs we've ever done, I think.
You remember the room you played in Brooklyn?
It's like the paper box, is it, or something?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the Brooklyn's great, man. It's a lot of personality, and you got to play Brooklyn at least once, no matter what you do. Especially if you're a band. Are you going to go to the West Coast?
Yeah, I think we're doing Los Angeles, San Francisco, Vegas. We're doing Vegas.
San Francisco's awesome. Vegas is, I mean, you know, bring, yeah, you guys, I don't know if you're married or anything, but there's a lot of great whores in Vegas. I could actually give you the number. No, that's a fun town. Vegas is a fun town for 72 hours. About the 73rd hour, you're going to be climbing the walls. But for 71 and a half hours, there's nothing like Las Vegas. Where are you playing? You know what casino are we playing?
It's the Palms, is it?
The Palms?
Yeah, I think it's the Palms, yeah.
That's the place, man. That's the place for a lot of American tail. An American tail, T-A-I-L. And L.A. you love. San Francisco, though, yeah, you've never been there before.
Yeah, I'm well excited about
Oh,
that,
you
man.
can't. That's the best. A
Yeah.
lot of, now, how does it work with the writing? Who writes? Do you all write together, music and lyrics? Or is it one guy?
I'll write like the songs on acoustic back at home, and then take them to the band, and then we. They can start off like quite folky, you know, and then it ends up into that. Kind
You
of
write,
racket.
so you write the music and the lyrics yourself
Yeah.
and take it, and then you guys develop it together.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I watched a great documentary about the Stones. There's a great book about the Stones when they did Exile on Main Street. They did it in the south of France at this mansion that Keith Richards had rented. And right before they go to record the album, Keith Richards found out that Mick Jagger was banging his wife. So the record company thought, oh my God, they're not going to do the album. They're going to hate each other forever. Keith Richards never said a thing. But the way they worked was Richards had to write the music before Jagger could write the lyrics. So everything had to wait for Keith Richards. So he would tell everybody, get here tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're going to start working. So they get there at 9 a.m. and he'd be up in the bathroom doing heroin. And he would, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., not there. At 10 p.m., they'd finally go, F this, we're leaving. They'd get home. At 2 o'clock in the morning, they get a call from Keith Richards. I wrote a song, get over here. All right? They go there in the basement where they had the recording studio set up. They want to strangle him. And when they're about to punch him in the face, the riff for, like, Tumbling Dice comes out. Like, bam! And they're like, oh, my God, do more heroin. But it was just real passive-aggressive. And that's how they wrote just to get back at Keith, at Jagger for banging his wife, that's how he made them write the whole album. Whatever works. Do you guys have a favorite album of all time? I like asking musicians this, you know.
Revolver's got to be up there for me, you know, that's an amazing album.
Which one?
Revolver by the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses.
Best, like, debut album ever, right? You think about that, that was their first album.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insanely good.
Well, listen, guys, if you ever want to come back, please do. You guys, this is your first TV appearance. I want to see how it goes. I hope I'm a good luck charm for you. Again, the album's called King of Conflict. You guys are the Virginmarys. And when's the next upcoming gig we can see you?
I think we're in DC on the 2nd of April. We're back here on the 4th to do Webster
At Webster Hall.
Hall.
April 4th, Webster Hall. And the internet, Twitter, how do we find you?
It's just twitter.com/the Virginmarys.
/the Virginmarys. Okay, that's all one word. Who came up with that? What's that about?
Ironically, it's from we got it from America. It's
right.
Me and Ali used to be in a different band, and we were recording in LA. And there's just like one bar. That was the only place you could go. It was called the Londoner.
Right.
And we were in there one night, and there was a group of guys just talking, and I overheard them, and they were saying, "Oh, we're going to go to this strip club called the Virginmarys," and I was like, "Nah, they can't have said that." And
it can't be that.
It always kind of stuck in my head that someone would have the gall to say something, you know, to call a place like that. So
you went with it.
So we went with it.
Let's get even more offensive. What the hell? Hey, it's rock and roll, man. It works. You guys are great. You sound awesome. And please come back and join us again.
Cheers,
it's the Virginmarys, and the Virginmarys, and the album is King of Conflict. Thanks, guys. We'll be back with the last half hour of the Artie Lange Show.